Imagine this. An entire village, over 100 men, women, and children, vanishes without a trace. No graves, no ruins, no cries for help. Only silence, and carved into a single wooden post, one mysterious word: CROATOAN. This is the story of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. A tale of ambition, hardship, and a disappearance that still baffles historians, archaeologists, and storytellers more than 4 centuries later. The birth of a colony. It was the late 1500s, the age of exploration. England was eager to expand its influence and challenge Spain's dominance in the New World. Sir Walter Raleigh, a favorite of Queen Elizabeth I, was granted permission to establish a colony across the Atlantic. In 1587, about 115 settlers, men, women, and children, landed on Roanoke Island off the coast of present-day North Carolina. Among them was Eleanor Dare, who would soon give birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. But life on Roanoke was harsh. Supplies ran thin, relationships with local native tribes were uneasy, and the settlers desperately needed help. Their governor, John White, sailed back to England to gather supplies. He promised to return quickly. But history had other plans. When White finally returned in 1590, 3 years later, the colony was gone. The houses stood empty, the fort abandoned, no bodies, no signs of violence, no battle, just eerie silence. And then, the single clue, the word CROATOAN, carved into a post. White believed it meant the settlers had moved to Croatoan Island, modern-day Hatteras. But a storm forced him back to sea before he could investigate further. The fate of the colonists? Never discovered. For over 400 years, people have tried to explain what happened at Roanoke, and the theories are as fascinating as they are mysterious. The most accepted theory is that the colonists sought help from nearby tribes, such as the Croatoan or the Hatteras people, and blended into their communities. Oral histories from native tribes hint at fair-skinned English-speaking members appearing in later generations. But hard proof? Still elusive. At the time, Spain and England were bitter rivals. Some believe Spanish forces could have destroyed the colony to keep England out of the New World, yet no evidence of such a massacre has ever been found. Life on Roanoke was brutal. The settlers faced drought, poor harvests, and isolation. Perhaps disease or famine wiped them out, their remains lost to nature. But again, where are the bones, the traces, the evidence? And here we enter the world of myth and legend. Over centuries, the word Croatoan has taken on a ghostly significance. Stories emerged of a curse, that anyone who encounters the word is doomed to vanish. Writers and artists whispered of the Croatoan curse surfacing in other strange disappearances, from ghost ships to lost travelers. The mystery of Roanoke inspired generations of storytellers. Edgar Allan Poe, the master of the macabre, supposedly whispered the word Croatoan on his deathbed. The word was found carved into the last diary entry of Amelia Earhart, the aviator who vanished over the Pacific. It was etched inside the cabin of the ghost ship Carroll A. Deering, found abandoned in 1921. Coincidence? Or a curse that echoes across history? Among the most haunting legends is that of Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the New World. Some say she survived and grew into a woman of beauty and mystery. According to folklore, she was transformed into a white doe by a native shaman, a ghostly creature seen roaming the forests of the Carolinas. Hunters spoke of glimpsing the doe, and one legend tells of a hunter killing it with a silver-tipped arrow, only to discover it was Virginia herself. Fact or fable, the story of Virginia Dare gave Roanoke a mythical soul, one that kept the colony alive in the imagination of Americans. In recent decades, archaeologists and historians have tried to solve the riddle. Excavations on Hatteras Island revealed European artifacts mixed with native tools, suggesting some settlers may have lived among the tribes. A hidden map, drawn by John White himself, was re-examined with modern technology and revealed a symbol, possibly marking a secret fort inland. Could this have been the settlers' new home? And yet, no conclusive evidence has ever been uncovered. The colonists of Roanoke remain lost. So why does the story of Roanoke linger in our minds? Because it is the perfect mystery, a story with just enough facts to spark curiosity and just enough gaps to invite imagination. It's a tale of hope, of men and women seeking a new life, a tale of despair, of hardship, drought, and fear, a tale of legend, of curses, ghost stories, and whispered names. What do you think of Mystery of the Last Colony of Roanoke? Share with others in comments. And to enjoy more stories, be with me by subscribing Uncle Tales.